mentioned in a previous video that I'm doing a quick gold to silver ratio discussion this week, and here it is. I wanted to quickly describe the gold to silver ratio for those of you who may be confused though. It's quite simple. If gold costs $10 an ounce and silver costs $1 an ounce, then the ratio would be 10. Gold today costs $12.45 and silver costs $16.50, so the ratio is about 75. I wanted to bring this up because I wanted to explain a little bit about why I bought gold at the coin show the other day. I want to explain a little bit why I thought that was a good idea, although I primarily see myself as a silver stacker, not really a gold stacker. So if you think about it, it's pretty obvious, but silver has an insane premium on it. Even the cheap stuff, these generic bars, the best price you're ever going to get on them is 50 cents over spot, unless you're doing one of those at spot deals, but we'll just ignore that for now. So if you're paying 50 cents over spot per ounce of silver, how can the ratio be true? I bought these 4 ducats, which are 0.44 troy ounces, for only $2 over spot. That's about $5 per ounce over spot. So let's take today's gold price, $1,245, and add the $5 premium. That means that at a price like this, I'd walk away with an ounce of gold at $1,250. If I were to buy the ratio at 75 in silver, it would cost me $75 times $17, $16.50 plus 50 cent premium, which is $1,275. So I'd effectively be losing $25 by buying the silver instead. Now, I agree that the silver has a better upside, and I agree that silver has more room to grow, which is why I'm predominantly a silver stacker, because if silver grew faster than gold, the ratio would definitely decrease. But in today's ratio, it made more sense to do it this way. Say instead of buying generic silver at only 50 cents over spot, I decided to go with like a kangaroo at $1.50 over spot, or an American Silver Eagle at $3 over spot. You could see that buying the silver would cost you even more due to these premiums, up to over $200 lost. But in this scenario, I wasn't spending fiat currency. Instead, I was trading generic bars away in order to balance my stack out of generic a little bit so I could diversify a little more, which would have increased my losses even more. It's pretty easy to say. The gold to silver ratio is how many ounces of silver it would cost you to buy 1 ounce of gold, but that's just simply not true. That's disregarding premiums altogether. And the fact of the matter is that gold has a much smaller premium when compared to an equivalent value in silver. The gold to silver ratio really only works in the paper market, where there is no premium, and it's just flat out that you're trading at that price. But since in the physical world we have to deal with premiums on coins, those premiums add up when you start talking in terms of 75 ounces. Let's think about it for a quick second. I bought the silver at 50 cents over spot, so $17 an ounce. I sold it at 95% of spot, so about $15.70. That means I was taking a $1.30 loss per ounce. Then you buy gold with it. It would cost 80 ounces of silver at that rate to buy the gold, not 75. It's better than just rebuying silver though, because that would cost you 80 ounces times $1.90 loss, equaling $152 loss total. I would rather lose the 5 ounces of silver, which would only total to $82, than lose the $152 by going the silver route. And that is, mind you, at the smallest possible premium of only 50 cents. It's a $70 savings. In my scenario, it wasn't quite a $70 savings because I didn't buy an entire ounce. I only bought 0.88 ounces. But still, it's scalar, so still a significant savings, you know, over 40%. That is why I decided to buy gold instead of silver with my trade money, because I was already taking a 5% loss on trading away the generic bars, which I talked about in a previous video, but I wanted to minimize the losses, and instead of doubling up on losses by going silver into different silver and taking a 95% hit on the generic, I would just go silver into gold, take the 95% hit on the generic, but save money by going the gold route. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it other than that's what I did, and I think it was a decent plan. Plus these coins are beautiful, right? And before I knock over my camera, I'm going to leave. Bye.